What up? What up? Peace to the fam. It's my man. My name is OY's son, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I got my brethren right here with me. Bread, please introduce yourself to the fam, God.
What up, though? Red Sky from Detroit, Sumerian Institute. What's the
What up?
word? What up,
What's your,
though?
what's your team zodiac, God?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, and y'all deep Pisces and Tamarian. What y'all got? Like you got Kalende Pisces, you Pisces, Mama Ayana Scorpio. Y'all just running the whole water sign gang like that?
Hey, man, it's far how I'm supposed to fall.
Hey man, thank you for joining me tonight on this joint. People gonna be catching on the replay. If y'all just getting in, please drop over in the comment section your where y'all from, what team zodiac y'all at. So we got Bam, we got Team Sag in New York for life, but still in Atlanta. Thank you, Queen, for coming through tonight. We appreciate you. And what we're talking about is what helps expand your spiritual awareness and heal you at the same time. Where we at right now, Brad, in my opinion, is, we out here doing a bunch of marching. We out here so some of us are quarantined. A lot of people living in fear, and we're forgetting about our spiritual practices. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen that?
Well, as far as like everything being all over the place, there's no structure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the times we in, man, it's shit, man. We in a no structure time because the energy and the thought, like a lot of people, realities is shattered, man. You know what I'm saying? The veil has been broken. A lot of people, what they thought it was, you know what I'm saying, find out it was something different. People who speculated what it was, finding out it really is, like 2020 revealing a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's revealing a lot about self. It's revealing a lot about the world we in. You know, so it's like it's just not enough structure, man. And then that start with self.
So the other night we were talking about martial arts, and one of the things in martial arts is awareness. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what your surroundings is. Like, do I pivot or do I just go down this whole other block? You know what I'm saying? We're not really like walking as martial artists trying to be like, how many fights can I get in? It's being able to get back to the crib safely to our family and keep growing. That's why we practice. How you feel about that?
Well, that's what it's about. Seeing the problem before it even get to you. You know, before the situation even, you're supposed to be able to sense that the situation not good. You know, that's really the main thing. Like the physical part is the lowest level of martial arts. The highest level of martial arts is on the spiritual aspect. Where if you meet somebody on the same level, if you're a master and you meet another master, y'all not gonna even touch hands. Y'all gonna exchange words or throw some things at each other, or you know what I'm saying? Something gonna happen to somebody later on. Might not happen right there, but later on, or the master might do something to you where it might not happen to you, but now you can't have no more sons for generation and generation and generation. You know, that's the high level. Like, you know, let me shut down your whole neural system, or I'm gonna plant my consciousness here. So every time you walk into this room, you just seeing demons or whatever, but it's really me just scaring you. You know, that's a high level right there. But in order to even deal with anything outside of yourself or outside your home, you have to have yourself dealt with first. You know, you got to come to grips and be honest with who you are, what you are, and then deal with that, and then you can deal with everything else. Because if not, then you just pushing your problems onto other people.
The other night we showed part of this video with me, you, and Ramesses, and was this the Falcon style right here?
With the knife, yes, a little bit Falcon style with the knife. But
Okay.
it's dance though too. Like it's just like when we're doing this, really it's expression of the weapon or the movements that we're doing. You know, you might have kept people saying like, "Oh, that ain't gonna work," or "He can't do." You know, it's not real fighting. It's just we doing the expression and showing what we do. Just like if we was performing for the king or something, we showing the power and the things that we know. So
Right.
like when we're doing something with weapons, they movements and everything, but it's also just an expression.
Exactly. So we definitely now we also talked about the incorporation of mushrooms in the martial arts, and how like in Africa it was even for like helping us be more aware when we were hunting or avoiding and things like that, heightening the awareness, correct?
Right. Like even if you do it outside, you'll notice that like outside, once you get past the trees and the grass and everything moving and bending towards you, you start noticing you can see real well in the dark. Like it started being like a grayish bluish type of haze, and you can see pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Your eyes adjust. So like if you hunting at night, you can see through the bush, or you can see like through the grass if it's tall grass, or you can see a nice little distance, or you can see certain movements even if a person is cloaked or an animal is cloaked or whatnot. So yeah, heighten your senses, and you can also hear better too. And you can
Right.
experience that for yourself.
So, so it don't surprise you that um, they're using mushrooms over here in Silicon Valley to try to get. You know, I just typed in mushroom Silicon Valley, and it's saying it's reported in the BBC that people in Silicon Valley are taking magic mushrooms, which is really a dose of psilocybin. They're trying to get their awareness up, you know, by using the same substance, same technology that we use for martial arts. What do you feel about that?
Well, I see it says January 17th, 2020.
Right.
That's a damn lie. That's been going on back probably since the 60s. You know, it's just starting to get popular and the it thing now. So they like, yeah, we starting to think about, no, they been doing that, man. They people that's not as smart as we think they are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people not coming up with these ideas, just sitting at a table and like, man, you know what, I got a good idea. A lot of them getting high off all kind of stuff and coming up with them ideas.
Right. But no, this is just they just saying this is when this article was written was January. But there's tons of articles. If we go over here, we see that it's 857,000 articles talking about Silicon Valley and mushrooms. Ford magazine wrote about it. Inc. magazine wrote about it. Fortune magazine wrote about it. So they're using it, you know what I'm saying, for their awareness too. But I was just bringing attention to that because, you know, this August, we're really in 2 weeks. The Kalinde EE Network is bringing the Detroit Psychedelic Conference to Detroit. So the website is the KI Network, and we want people to come over, you know, either click on the mushroom and get their tickets, or please come and, oh man, hold on, I got to reset this. Please come and fill out. There's a form that we have on here. So we want to be start texting people information, you know, because sometimes Facebook is not letting us go straight to, you know, they don't want us to post some things, and you know, we don't own Facebook. But if
Right.
you all can go while y'all are watching this or watching on the replay, please go to the kinetwork.com and just scroll down to the bottom. I just put it in the chat. If y'all scroll down to the bottom and put y'all names and email in here, this is very important, even if you're not going to be at the Bushnell Congregational Church, you know what I'm saying, in Detroit on the 6th through the 8th. You should be there. Bred's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a lot of folks. A lot of speakers are going to be there. But tonight, we just wanted to talk about like some of the things that we're going to be talking about and that you'll be able to network about. So,
Yeah, and actually too, man, like a lot of that stuff they're talking about, because now you can see the results. Like the things that people was thinking about, or inventions or ideas they came out with 5 years, they have 5 years, 10 years to see what the results are like. Oh, okay, that really does work, you know. So a lot of stuff they're not revealing, but they're like, okay, yeah, this stuff is it can expand, or we have been experimenting with this. They're not gonna tell how they doing it, but yeah, that's like why they keep on coming out with so many iPhones, because they keep on, oh, you know, we should, you know how I go. You know how I go. Just think about the stuff they haven't released yet, man. Like that's, and like they waiting on 5G tech in order to be able to operate a lot of this stuff. So just think about what they haven't released yet. You know what I'm saying? Like the screen on the that's floating around as you walk down the street. Like I had a dream 10 years ago, and you know, some dreams be vision, some dreams be places, some dreams be conscious trips or whatever. Sometimes you travel. But this was
mm-hmm.
one of the traveling dreams. And when I was walking down the street, it was just pictures. I mean, it was like monitors everywhere, like screens everywhere. Like you could see on everything, like windows, cars, fire hydrants. You know what I'm saying? Dogs was walking past, like everywhere. So as I'm walking, it's like they not screens, they monitor. You know, they two ways. And then later on, I started seeing that tech when they had it in the kitchen counters and on the TVs. I mean, and on the refrigerator. So he's like, this stuff that they using it to get a jump on the curve, like we can too. That's what time it is for us to get over that. It's time for us to get high tech with it. Like I said, If you're gonna fight the revolution, then you need to have your mindset on the finances and technology. That's where the fight is at.
Absolutely, and it all goes back to aware. When you are talking about fighting something, so like when you're in a relationship with another person, you need to be aware of like what their feelings are. Like, are they happy? Are they sad? How things are reacting. So anytime we can take spiritual awareness and heighten it, then we looking at a win-win situation because, like you said, if they got some technology that they haven't even shared with me, maybe an ideal that I have right now is before the time of everything else that's created. I could be having an ideal about the technology that's coming. You see what I mean? And so that's why we having a conference like this. One of the things I wanted to show was this one right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what Baba was doing. He this was at the Gaian Mind Psychedelic Conference, and Baba was talking about the mycelium crypto wallet. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking for this other one on here where I was just wanting to show them. Man, he was on a panel. I gotta go find it. But a lot of these panel discussions, we're having a panel discussion here at the Detroit Psychedelic Conference, as well with Decrim Nature, and then we're also going to have some highlights of Baba Kalinde as well. So, you know, for those of you who are just watching us for the first time and you don't know who this legend, who this giant is, please just go in and type in Kalinde Iyi, and that's another reason why we're doing this is because he kicked in the doors, and we want to finish. We want to hold the doors open. We don't
And
want
you know what, man? He was I didn't mean to cut you out, but he was a good example of he's saying like being aware of other person's feelings or who they are first. That start with self-awareness. Being fully aware of self. When you fully aware of self, then you know what fight you're supposed to be fighting. You know who you're supposed to love. You know what's good for you. You know what's bad for you. You know who your enemy is. You know, but you got to fully have self-awareness, which means have full understanding of who and what you are. And that could really help you get to that.
Exactly. So, man, what about people who have like just starting on this journey? What would you recommend that they come to the conference and network and like see some family members versus just like always watching everything on YouTube?
Yeah, it's always good, man. For one, it's good to know that you're not alone, man. Because sometimes you think you're the only person having these feelings, or you seeing certain stuff. And like, man, I know I'm tripping. I tell everybody else, no, just come and find out that there's others like you, and it makes sense. You know, it'll make sense because you searching anyway. Even if you haven't took a trip, there's other people out here just open anyway and searching for self. And it's pieces to the puzzle. You might do a grand dose, you might do small doses and still find out what you need to find out. But if you already listening to this some kind of way, you searching for it because this ain't just reach out to everybody. It reach out for those who looking for it. Anything that got to do with it.
What you're saying right there is pure facts. So tonight, fam, what we're doing is just coming on, just trying to just really keep y'all informed where we can like send you something, be able to send y'all information that you'll be able to keep up like on your phone, where we can just text it to you. So when you go over to the KI network, please just scroll, watch the video. This is Baba's words about why he wanted it, a conference in Detroit. This was February the 9th, 2020. And then when you scroll down right past the church, you're going to be able to just put your details in. I think somebody's going to be talking about mushrooms and anxiety. Cancer patients who were given psilocybin reported reductions in anxiety and depression. A single dose of psilocybin, a compound found in magic mushroom, provides long-term relief of anxiety and depression in cancer patients, a new study finds. Now that's January 28, 2020. That's just the newest article. But as you can see, it's 8,400,000 articles about mushrooms and anxiety. Bread, you spent mad time with Baba. Can you really go like tell a story about how Baba was really emphasizing growing your own, so when the community needs some healing, we have it available, especially as this decriminalization thing is process is coming. We all got people in our family. I think you told a story about. I don't know if it was you the other night told a story, or I think a recording of Baba was like the crackhead was down in the
Oh, yeah.
basement or something. And he was just like, "Oh, you still want some more? We're gonna give you some more mushrooms or something like that."
No, I had told a story about our brother cousin who was he had an addiction, and you know what I'm saying, they was able to solve his problem with with the mushrooms.
Mm. Was he also a martial artist too, or he just used the mushroom just for the healing?
Nah, he just used it for the healing, but it's the focus that come with it, like how they using it for anxiety. They using it in like if they had a lesser pain, they following a certain structure in order to work on that thing, that specific thing, specific thing. So
Mm.
if you depend on what you like, it got so many uses. Like the more you have, the more you can experiment and find out the use for it. Just like the hospitals and medical practice, they just practicing on this. They're not trying to really diagnose us unless we got the bread, or they're not trying to fix things. The more they do, the more they understand the human anatomy or diseases or the blood or whatever. So it's the same thing. The more that we had to practice with and use, the more we could get accomplished. If we only got a little bit, then you have to take a trip every now and then. Like, what if you need a microdose every day because you're working on this this air power engine that generate air that generate electricity. But in order to keep figuring out the parts, you got to keep microdosing to work on it. You need a month straight. You need enough, something to do that. Or if you need to spread it out, or if your whole group need to take 10 or 20 grams at a time because of something, you need enough. So it's good to have your own.
Man,
And
it's
the
good.
more you grow your own, the more it's like you make a connection with it, because it's just like plant life. Like I tell people to watch The Secret Life of Plants and listen to the soundtrack, because that's a good start right there. You understand the connection we got with this earth, because it's a mycelium network that's under the earth anyway. Everything connected,
Is
and
this a video, Secret Life of Plants?
it's a documentary. It's also a book too. Get the book. The book is a great read. I read it many times and I watched the documentary many times too.
Word. So y'all
And
got
listen to the score. Stevie Wonder did the whole score
for the book or the documentary?
for the documentary.
What?
Yeah, man. He got some dope songs on there. See, people slipping, man. I be enjoying my sons. My children know about it. My daughters, they know about this stuff. Everybody, I raised my children off of this.
So boom. Oh look. Oh, no, I'm finna save that for later. But
Yeah, you need to check
something
that out.
something I had pulled up was mushrooms and pregnancy. What I got? Mushrooms, pregnancy, and magic mushrooms. I know you have a son, and I know that there's some other folks, and we call Bobby used to refer to them as like mushroom babies. So
Yeah,
like taking some grams while you're pregnant or in your first like when the sister's in her first trimester, or even if the man had been on mushrooms and that was in his DNA, and then his orgasm is containing some of that psilocybin as it blends with the seed with the egg of the mother.
yeah.
Is your son a mushroom baby?
All of them except for the first one. The first one, no, the first one I had him young, so he wasn't. But the rest of them after that, yeah.
Mm,
The rest
mm,
of them
mm.
after that, yeah. But they different, man. They different. You can see the difference, the way they work. And they not like every other child, man. You got to kind of let them be and steer them where they really want to go. Because, we lost tradition. Like I said on the last interview, by us being Americans, we really don't have tradition. Our tradition is go to school, get an education, get a job, retire with a good plan, sit back, go fishing and play golf. You know what I'm
And
saying?
die and die. Don't forget
That,
dying was in the plan too.
that's the American tradition. So that's what we raise off of. But tradition used to be you having a child, you get a read. That child is born a certain way. After that child is born, then the priest come and read that child life, and then we give that child a name. His name is based off his works that he's gonna be doing in his life. So
Mm,
you already know what this child supposed to be doing. He named after it. You already had to read and seeing where direction he's supposed to go. So them the things that you feed him. So like my children, I see what they interested in. A lot of them interested in the music. So that's what I feed them in direction. I don't force them to do what I want them to do. Like with the martial arts, they got to go to class, but they don't have to participate, but they going to be there. You know, you got to be around it. They know how to do everything because I teach them from birth what to do. It's like it's tradition in the house. You already know certain ways to move, or even before they even start to walk, I put a stick in their hand. I do certain tests, or I do certain, like I said, certain things that get certain DNA activated.
I heard you said something about like you was holding up a hand image for your son when he was still small and he was reacting to it, or one of your children.
All of them. I do as soon as I catch them, as soon as they get here, as soon as they make a connection with you, then you do. You know, if you do certain things, they still remember. If they want you to know, they'll let you know. If they part of it, they might not be, or they might not let you know. Sometimes you catch it, sometimes you don't.
Right. So what I'm doing right now for the family is just showing them articles like this ain't just two brothers, you know what I'm saying, one from the country and one from the city. He just talking like there's mad articles out here they've already been doing research about psilocybin and pregnancy. We just want to like bring it to your attention because when you come to the conference in August, you're really going to be able to commune with a community of folks who have, like, I know Mama Ayana's gonna be there, Acacia's gonna be there. Let me look at the jump back over on the site real quick and just go back over to the list of speakers so far. You know, Baba Mudu is gonna be up in there dropping it like it's going crazy. You know, Dr. AK is gonna be up in there giving it to him. KT the Arts Degree, Queen Sophia Bugs is gonna be hitting him. Darren LeBaron, we're gonna be having him come in through Zoom from the UK. And then Dooley, of course, is gonna come in there. He said he's gonna be dropping in about the Toad. The Sister Spirit Travelers coming through, and Brother Omari Miles L is gonna be up in there too. And also Brother Ankara is gonna having a section. He's gonna be talking about the Stargate and in Detroit. And just
look, I talked to him too, man. We like after, you know, before the conference, or maybe like after, he want to put together a tour down there, going around, you know what I'm saying, to the different sites and stuff. So we're gonna be doing that too.
What?
Yeah.
See what happens when y'all watch the videos? You find out stuff that you didn't know. The Cannabis Fairy, this one of Bob's students that was down here who came to his last class in Atlanta. She is big on Instagram, like she's a healer. She deals mainly with the cannabis, but she's also growing. She's getting into her mycology game. And I can't find Onyx yet, but Baba had him on the site and I just can't take him off yet. You know what I'm saying?
I don't take him off yet. I'm still working.
I'm waiting to the last minute for somebody to be like, hey, we got over Onyx and he's gonna be able to be there. Or at least show one of his videos or something. And then of course we definitely want to thank everybody for coming out to the conference. So if you'd like to be a presenter to the conference this year, please go over and fill out this form here at the bottom. And that's basically all we want to show y'all tonight, man. We're not going to keep y'all long. We want to make this really quick. You also can go over to Blog Talk Radio / Khayr, Khayr. And I would really start falling into these interviews we did with Baba before he left.
Yeah, some dope.
Artificial intelligence, the Infinity Wars, Star Trek, and Hollywood. Did the gods arrive on a comet? And what is the Younger Adrias? I didn't know anything about the Younger Adrias until maybe like episode 5, because Bobby kept talking about it so much. I was like, man, we need to do a whole show on it. And then sex, relationships, and tantra. Of course, everybody, as soon as you hear sex and relationships and your spiritual houses, this one was fire, though. I do have to. This one was crazy. So we just want to recommend listening to as many of these. Will show you like the spirit of what we're representing at the conference. So you can just type in Kalinde E, and just any one of these episodes, you can just type in episode 5 or just Kalinde E episode, and these all these podcasts will show up. Please do your research, family. I put the link in the chat. Please go over and just drop in your name, your email, and your phone number so we can start sending you text messages. We want to send you text messages, like, so you'll have it on deck. You don't have to come back to Facebook. You don't have to like wait for your email. We can just send you a text message so you'll be able to get the information. So what if we having like student discounts, or what if we offering a scholarship? We're gonna send it out to people who are on their telephone first. And I really feel that's like taking the analog way of Baba doing things and upgrading it to where it's incorporating the digital. You feel what I'm saying, Brad?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's it, man. I told you I just needed you for a couple minutes. You know, I ain't gonna we're gonna hit 25 minutes, nice and short.
That was dope.
So you got some parting words for the fam?
And man, just appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in and realize you're not alone out here. There's other people out here just like you.
That look just like you, that's been what you've been through. You ain't really got to keep going through that, man. Dang, I love when you can just give me the alley oop. What he said, we ain't out here alone, man. I felt really strange. Like even earlier today, I was having like a kind of episode. And then I just started just thinking I just closed my eyes and started thinking about my network, my new network. Sometimes you are upset because you got an old network. Your old network don't mean you no good because you having these ideals and then they persecuting you. Oh, you on them drugs now, Bread, huh? Oh, you over there doing that stuff. But when you get around people who understand you, who got stories similar to yours, you know what I'm saying, then all of a sudden you become family and then you start exploring a lot deeper.
Yeah, and you ain't gotta care, man, no matter what somebody think. Like I told you, once you find out, it really don't matter. Nobody care. I
See, now
mean,
y'all getting it from the old school. Y'all getting it from the 40-year-old. You know what I'm saying? He telling you like, man, who cares?
it don't matter. I keep wondering why I keep seeing the light flash on here, but I don't see it flashing in here. I'm telling you what,
Because you magic.
I don't know what's going on. Hey, you see what? You know why I got the Falcon? Like I'm showing love, but you know what it's representing too.
Break it down, because when I came on, I just said the Atlanta Falcons, but go ahead and break the Falcon of Raw. Go ahead, you got the turmeric on there. That's just a little science. You might want to go a little further on them.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, man. That's that's our DNA. That's my bloodline. That's my family right there. You know, I'm a representative. They got my colors and everything. You see that? They know it, right? Atlanta. My fault. They know what they're doing, man. A lot of y'all, when I come down there, I'll be looking at the structures of the buildings, man. Y'all got a lot of pyramids and y'all got a lot of mystical buildings down there.
The sister asked, what is Brother Bread's Facebook and Instagram?
My Facebook is Brad Scott. My Instagram is Gorilla Shark Clothing. I don't really have a personal Instagram. I just use the clothing company on Instagram, but I just use Facebook for everything else.
Oh, let me go over here and see. Can I? Let me go over here and run. Let me go over here and run the. So if you want to find, if you want to find the brother on, what we share. Okay, here we go. You can go over to Instagram. Guer, right?
G-O. G-O. Gorilla. So there we go. Pop right up.
Voila.
You ain't even got to put the whole thing in there.
And there we have it. This Grandmaster Snap right here?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Man, I wish I could have met him.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Gorilla Shark. Is it gonna be some Gorilla Shark gear at the conference this year?
It might. I don't know. Probably not. Like the clothing, I'm setting up the website and everything. This something like my clothing company really grassroots, man. I just got like a local following and certain people that support me. I haven't even went worldwide with it yet. So it's just, it's just we about to do it in a minute. After the conference and the memorial, then I'm gonna start focusing back on everything else.
Word. So that's the Instagram page. I just put in the chat room. That's where you can find the Gorilla Shark clothing. And then on YouTube, and then on Facebook, you just look up Brad Scott. Send him a message and let him know, that you was watching the video. Definitely, this brother, his wisdom on the mycology and the martial arts is way more vaster than mine. He studied with Baba Clinic for over 20 years. So, go ahead and start picking the brain now so you can form that connection so you can see us at the conference.
Yeah, let's get it in. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, Brethren. I'm gonna holler at you in a minute. Appreciate it.
Oh man, yeah, get at you in a minute.
All right.
Yeah.